Hey everyone, this is Arused, and what we're looking over today is another Star Wars video, and this is going to go over my level 50 Jedi Knight, which is SWTOR Guardian, and what we're going to look over today is tanking skills that I put into. What we're going to look over today is that I don't have a full defense tree for tanking, and you're going to see that in a few moments about why I choose not to do a full tanking spec on a whole defense tree. If you look at tiers 5 and 7 in the defense, it's really basically PvP specs. So right now in the mere moments, here I am gonna go charge into this guy, and then what I'm gonna do is gonna do a challenging call, and then I just force sweep there, and then I'm gonna do another generate more threat, get in some intention, and then here's another Guardian Leap. I love Guardian Leap because it resets the threat of everybody else. It's like another taunt, but except you have to do it on the friendly person. But that's okay. If you have a key to, if you hotkeyed your target nearest friend, it'll make things easier. I usually put it on F because you're really not a smuggler or anything that uses the cover system. So right now what we're looking over. You see I have overhead slash, a free force sweep, doesn't cost anything anymore. I have unremitting as well because of the 20% damage reduction for 4 seconds. But not only that, you really don't get crowd control on you, which is either put yourself to sleep, for those who don't know what CC is. So I'm gonna just use like really full turns. And here's another mini boss that we're gonna try to prove it in here. I don't know why I didn't use a throw saber, which I should have done so I could build more focus, but that's okay. Building focus is really not a issue here. This is basically trying to get everyone to attack you all the time, because Jedi Guardians don't really have enough threat generating skills, and you only have 2 taunts that are very, very free, and then you're really basically trying to get threat, and of course everyone says that Guardian Hilt is needed because of the threat generation. It's really high threat, but the problem is that you can only use it for 1 minute. You can only do it for one time, and the cooldown is 1 minute, which is absolutely ridiculous. A ridiculously amount of long. So it's not a long fight if you're fighting against a lot of mobs. And not only that, if you don't put 2 points on the defense tree for making challenging call 30-second, you really are in trouble, because you're waiting for 45 seconds along with a 1 minute cooldown of a Guardian Hilt. And not only that, you don't really have enough options to do with if you had Guardian slash spec into it. So why I put Guardian slash as a big no for me in tanking is because 15 seconds is a lot of time to wait for it as well. As compared to overhead slash being a 9-second cooldown. Not only that, it may not do as much damage as a Guardian slash for the first strike, but over 9 seconds compared to 15 seconds, who would win the DPS race there? And basically, you want to help your teammates deal enough damage to a lot of bosses, because you're trying to down them as fast as you can before you get overrun by the same thing. So here's the last boss for Directive 7, which is a nice flashpoint. I really enjoyed this flashpoint a lot. You're basically just doing everything you can just to get your threat generated. And unfortunately for the enemy, he really doesn't understand that he has to attack the healer. So it's a good thing it's not PvP. But then again, most people in the Sith side don't really know how to PvP a lot. So yeah, let's look at it this way. Let's review this. You got unremitting right there, which is generated from the charge. So you get 20% reduction. Not only that, you get a crowd control immunity, and also you got overhead slash as being a 9-second cooldown. And also I forgot to talk about burning blade, which is coming from the blade storm. And you get a free blade storm after you do a force charge, so that's a really good thing. And you also get a free force sweep And basically, and also force sweep is really a really huge thing for tanking because you really need all the AoE, which is the area of effect for most people who don't know these terms yet. And Cyclone Slash is not needed because it does less than half the damage than your regular strike would do. And usually you already have Force Sweep with the cooldown as well, 3 seconds, which is not bad. And then you got Riposte giving you a defense boost. And yeah, you don't need Guardian Slash because of your improved Sundering Strikes. So you basically don't need Guardian Slash. And also, so here's a PvP aspect right here. So what I did with there was challenging call, and a lot of people think that challenging call is not useful, but the 30-second cooldown makes it really useful, and also because you're protecting your players, your friends, your teammates from getting overrun by so much damage because a lot of Siths usually go for Sith assassins, and then they deal a heck of a lot of damage. So it's really good that you. It's really good to use taunts and challenging calls in this game because you really need it. You absolutely really need it just to protect your teammates and your healers. If you have a healer with you, that's really great. You need your pocket healer all the time. And yeah, so this is the PvP aspect, and you can see as it looks like it looks really good. It looks like you can really handle yourself really well there if you know what you're really doing. And your Guardian Leap really changes a lot of things because you give 20% reduction right there, and you give 20% reduction to yourself as well. I love Guardian Leap. It really does a lot for your teammates. And not only that, it does a lot for you if you put the protection points right there. Uh, and then you get this 4% endurance. I think that that skill in that tree should be in defense. If BioWare should have looked over their defense tree, because I thought in the beta it was fine before they started changing everything and making it official. Oh, that's a nice critical right there, 1541 from an overhead slash. So being a tank doesn't mean you do less damage. It just means that you can hold as many damage as you can before you get overrun. And what I did right there, I became unbeatable, um I I went to the top, and it's because of my metal case right there. And I hope you enjoy this little video right here. I hope you could try it out. It's a really great spec, and I'll see you all later.